This is a reply to Rory's comments on one of the exercises. I can't remember which one now. I've not been back to take a look at. So bear with me if I look a little indistinct on this point. But Rory raises the issue of a friend of his. I'm going to put this piece of writing on in the coffee room, Rory, if you don't mind. Where he recounts that a friend of his friend's mother was taken to a local hospital and was not considered suitable for angioplasty. And there must have been some serious grounds here, Rory, for angioplasty to have been refused this person because pretty much everybody these days in the Merseyside area gets an angioplasty. And I wonder, was she not thrombolyzed? Was she not offered the best other treatment? So primary angioplasty wasn't performed, and then she had to go back to a local hospital, and she stayed in for another eight days, and then brought back in. Oh dear. It's a dreadful sensation in these circumstances where you feel as though a member of your family has been put into a system. You might know what your elderly parents or relatives might like, what would prefer, what problems they've got. You get used to finely tuning your management of a family member, and then when you take them to hospital, you realise that these people are being handed over to the beat of an entirely different drum. The things which Dad likes just before he goes to bed are now completely ignored for obvious reasons. You know, this is a hospital, and by definition hospitals cannot tailor their services the way a wife or children at home are likely to service the interests of mum or dad. But anyway, less than a month later, she's readmitted via ambulance and diagnosed with non-ST elevation MI with a viral infection. Another 5 days on the coronary care unit, and blow me, dementia start getting worse. Well, I wonder why that happened, Rory. You know, again, this is a feature of putting people in the system, isn't it? The one thing that you know about the elderly confused patient is that as soon as they go into the system, everything seems to get worse. They just lose contact with reality entirely. You know, that really is one of the good reasons for the extent that you can keeping elderly patients out of hospital as far as possible. And you raise again excellent points here, that just because this person's got a diagnosis of dementia on her doesn't mean that she's capable of no decision making whatsoever. And she's decided to forego medical treatment, expensive medical treatment in the form of pacemakers, and has decided to take a chance with Mother Nature. I have incredible admiration for elderly people who make this decision. I regard this as being one of the most, because you're not just going, you're not just saying, well, let nature take its course. What que sera, sera. You're taking on an awful lot of pressure that will be applied to you by medical staff, by nursing staff, and by family, and the ability to withstand that that pressure. It shows a degree of resolve which is admirable, really, because, you know, as well as all of that coming at you from the outside, from the inside you've got the natural emotions of fear, dread, and, you know, not knowing what lies over the threshold of death. It's an important illustration of an individual who is able to state her wish that she's willing to decline medical intervention. I saw a patient once who declined medical intervention, and he was suffering from a ruptured aortic aneurysm. I cannot tell you the admiration that I held that man in at the time, and I hold him in now. And this woman did presumably have an honest appreciation of our own mortality. Listen, well done, Rory. Well done. Well done for just saying anything, but well done for engaging in this and the spirit in which it's offered. Speak to you soon. How's things going in Glasgow, Carol? We might have somebody else joining us in the module not too long. A woman from Southend, but we'll see about that for the future. Speak to you soon now. Bye. Where am I? There I am.